4 years ago, rain lashes against the sprawling mansion as Samantha Hayes, 26, gentle brown eyes, long dark hair plastered to her face, stands on the doorstep, clutching a suitcase in one hand and her swollen belly with the other. She's dressed in a simple white nightgown, barefoot, her face streaked with rain and tears. The front door swings open. Colton Wayne, 30, sharp jawline, tailored suit despite the late hour, stands in the doorway, his expression cold and unyielding. Behind him, Dute Sekhess Morrison, 24, striking features. Silk robe slipping off one shoulder wraps her arms around his waist, pressing a kiss to his neck. "Get out," Colton says, his voice like ice. "I never want to see you again." Samantha's voice cracks as she reaches for him. "Colton, please, the babies." "They're not mine," he cuts her off. His eyes filled with contempt. "I know about your affair with the stable hand. You've disgraced this family enough. I would never." "Save it," Duchess purrs, stepping forward. "You're not fit to be a Wayne wife. I'll give Colton the heirs he deserves, legitimate ones." Colton slams the door in Samantha's face. She sinks to the wet steps, sobbing as thunder rumbles overhead. She presses her hands to her belly, whispering to the life growing inside her. "They said I was a liar. They said I was unworthy. But I carried their grandchildren, your grandchildren, and I swore that one day you'd know the truth. Not because I wanted your forgiveness, but because you deserved to know what you threw away." 6 months earlier. The room gleams with crystal and gold. Samantha sits at the head of the table, carefully arranging place settings for Colton's birthday dinner. She's been married to him for 2 years, a union arranged by their families to merge their business empires, but one she'd grown to cherish. Colton enters with Duchess, his assistant. "Samantha, this is Duchess. She'll be handling the European expansion." Samantha stands, extending her hand with a warm smile. "Welcome to the team. I'm so glad you're here to help Colton. He's been working so hard." Duchess ignores her hand, brushing past her to pour herself wine. "I'm not here to help. I'm here to make sure the Wayne name remains at the top." Duchess inserting herself into every aspect of Colton's life, joining meetings, attending galas, even moving into a guest room at the mansion. Samantha finding intimate notes between Colton and Duchess, but pushing down her fears because she loves him. Samantha discovering she's pregnant with twins, running to tell Colton, only to find him kissing Duchess in his office. Duchess framing Samantha, planting evidence of an affair with Marcus, the stable hand, including forged love letters and photos. Colton confronting Samantha, his face twisted with rage, refusing to listen to her pleas of innocence. Colton's mother, Elizabeth Wayne, slapping Samantha across the face. "How dare you bring shame to our family? You'll leave tonight and you'll never come back." At Wayne Mansion, Samantha's bedroom night. Samantha packs her belongings, her hands trembling. She pauses at her jewelry box, pulling out a small velvet box containing a locket, a gift from her grandmother, with a hidden compartment. Inside is a birth certificate and stock certificates worth billions, proof of her true identity as heir to the Hayes global fortune, which she'd hidden to ensure Colton loved her for herself. She looks at her reflection in the mirror, placing her hands on her belly. "I won't let them hurt you," she whispers. "We'll start over, somewhere they can never touch us." Marcus, the stable hand, waits by his truck. "Miss Samantha, I didn't do it. I'd never." "I know," she says gently, handing him an envelope. "This is enough to start a new life somewhere far away. They'll never stop looking for someone to blame. Please, take it and go." He nods, tears in his eyes. "God bless you and the babies." On the highway dawn, Samantha drives away from the mansion, rain still falling. She looks back one last time, then turns forward, her expression hardening with determination. At the Hayes family compound, 4 years later, sunlight streams through floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Seine. The penthouse is sleek and modern, filled with art and books. Gabriel and Gabriela, 4 years old, identical dark curls and bright eyes, chase each other through the living room. their laughter filling the space. Samantha enters, dressed in a power suit, her hair styled in a sharp bob. She's no longer the quiet wife. She's CEO of Hays Global, one of the most powerful women in Europe, worth more than the entire Wayne Empire combined. Mommy, the twins run to her, throwing their arms around her legs. Did you behave for Aunt Claire? She asks, lifting Gabriella into her arms. We helped make cookies, Gabriel announces proudly. At the Hays Global Headquarters, boardroom, day. Samantha stands at the head of the table, leading a meeting with executives from around the world. Her presence commands attention, confident, brilliant, in complete control. We're expanding into the American market, she says, pointing to a map on the screen. I want to acquire Wayne Tech. Their infrastructure is exactly what we need to launch our new sustainability platform. Her CFO, Claire, 35, sharp and loyal, hesitates. Samantha, are you sure? That's Colton's company. It could bring up old wounds. I'm not doing this for revenge. Samantha replies, her voice steady. I'm doing this because it's good business. And because my children deserve to inherit a legacy built on integrity, not lies and betrayal. At Hays Compound, Garden, Sunset. Samantha sits on a bench, watching the twins play. She pulls out the locket from her grandmother, opening it to reveal a photo of her and Colton on their wedding day. A single tear rolls down her cheek. Mommy, why are you sad? Gabriella asks, climbing into her lap. I'm not sad, my love, she says, brushing hair from her daughter's face. I'm just thinking about people we used to know. Will we ever meet Daddy? Gabriel asks, stopping his play to look at her. Samantha's heart aches. Maybe one day, baby. But for now, we have each other, and that's all that matters. The return. At Wayne Tech, boardroom day. Colton sits at the head of the table, his face pale with stress. Wayne Tech is failing. Their latest product launch was a disaster. Investors are pulling out, and Duchess's mismanagement has left them on the verge of bankruptcy. We have one option, his CFO says quietly. Accept the acquisition offer from Hays Global. It's our only chance to save the company. Hays Global? Colton scoffs. I won't sell out to some European upstart who thinks they can buy their way into the American market. Duchess storms into the room, her face twisted with rage. The board has already voted. We have to accept. And if you don't sign, we'll vote you out as CEO. You did this, Colton says, standing to face her. You've been embezzling funds, making terrible decisions, destroying everything my family built. I did what I had to do to keep us on top, she replies coldly. Besides, you have no choice. Without me, you have nothing. At the Wayne Mansion, library, night. Colton sits alone, drinking whiskey as he goes through old files. He finds a box of photos from his wedding, pictures of Samantha smiling, her eyes filled with love. He runs his fingers over her face, a pang of guilt he'd suppressed for years rising to the surface. He pulls out a folder marked Investigation, the one he'd ordered into Samantha's supposed affair. He'd never actually read it, trusting Duchess's word. His hands shake as he opens it. Inside are the truth. Forensic reports proving the letters and photos were forged. Witness statements from staff who saw Duchess planting evidence. Even a note from the private investigator warning him he was being manipulated. No, he whispers, dropping the folder. What have I done? A T-City Convention Center, Global Business Summit Day. The ballroom is filled with the world's most powerful business leaders. Colton stands at the bar, nursing a drink when the crowd parts. Samantha enters with the twins, Laika by her side. She's dressed in a custom couture gown, diamonds catching the light, her presence commanding every eye in the room. The twins hold her hands, looking like miniature versions of their parents, Gabriel with Colton's jawline, Gabriella with his eyes. Colton freezes, his glass slipping from his fingers to shatter on the floor. Fwa. Samantha? She stops, her eyes meeting his across the crowded room. No emotion shows on her face, just a calm, steady gaze. Mommy, who's that man? Gabriella asks, tugging on her hand. Just someone we used to know. Samantha replies, turning away to greet other guests. At T Convention Center balcony, Colton follows her outside, the door closing behind him. "Samantha, please talk to me." "What do you want, Mr. Wayne?" she says coolly, not looking at him. "The investigation. I read it," he says, his voice thick with emotion. "Duchess forged everything. You were innocent. I was wrong. I was so wrong." "You had your chance to believe me," she replies, finally turning to face him. "You chose her over me. You threw me out like I was nothing, while I was carrying your children." Colton's eyes drop to the twins, playing by the balcony railing. They're mine. "Gabriel and Gabriella," she says, her voice steady despite the pain in her eyes. 4 years old. They know nothing about you, and they don't need to. How could you keep them from me?" he asks, his voice breaking. "I had to protect them," she says firmly. "From you, from your family, from everything you stand for. They deserve a life free of lies and betrayal." "I'm their father," he insists. "I have a right to know them." "You had rights," she replies, her voice rising with emotion. "You had the right to trust me, to stand by me, to love me. But you gave those rights up when you let her destroy us. I'm not here to give you a second chance, Colton. I'm here to acquire your company and to make sure you never hurt anyone I love again." Next day, the room is packed with board members, lawyers, and reporters. Samantha sits at the head of the table, Colton across from her, Duchess standing in the corner looking pale with fear. As majority shareholder of Hayes Global, Samantha begins. "I'm offering to acquire Wayne Tech for $1.2 billion, a fair price given your current financial situation. However, there are conditions." She slides documents across the table. First, Duchess Morrison will be removed from all executive positions and banned from serving on any corporate board for life. The embezzlement charges we've filed against her will proceed to trial. Duchess lunges forward, but security restrains her. "You can't do this. Colton loves me." "Colton loved the lie you told him." Samantha replies coldly. "Now he'll face the truth." Second, she continues, "all profits from Wayne Tech will be donated to organizations supporting single parents and victims of domestic abuse." And finally, Colton Wayne will step down as CEO, though he'll be allowed to remain as a consultant to ensure a smooth transition. Colton looks up at her, his eyes filled with shame. "I'll sign whatever you want. Just let me get to know my children." "That's not your decision to make," she says, standing to leave. "When they're old enough to understand, they'll decide if they want to know you. Until then, stay away from us." At Hayes Compound, living room night. Samantha sits on the floor playing with the twins. They're building a castle with blocks, their laughter filling the room. "Mommy," Gabriel says, stopping his play. "That man from the party, he looked like me." Samantha's heart aches. She pulls them both into her lap. "He did, didn't he? That man is your father. Babies. A long time ago, he and I were married, but we couldn't stay together because he made some very bad choices." "Did he not love you?" Gabriella asks, her eyes wide with concern. "I think he tried to," Samantha says softly. "But sometimes, people are too afraid to see the truth. That's why I want you both to remember, the most important thing is to be honest, to be kind, and to never let anyone make you feel like you're not good enough." 8 Wayne Mansion, 1 month later. Colton stands on the steps of the mansion, watching movers carry out furniture. The bank is foreclosing without Wayne Tech. He has nothing left. Duchess was arrested this morning, and his mother has disowned him for letting the family legacy fall apart. Samantha pulls up in a sleek black car, stepping out with a folder in her hand. "I came to give you this." She hands him a stack of photos, the twins at the park, building sandcastles, blowing out candles on their birthday cake. "I won't keep them from you forever. But you have work to do. You have to become the kind of man they'd be proud to call their father." "I don't deserve you," he says quietly. "Or them. Deserve has nothing to do with it," she replies. "But change does. Prove to me, to yourself, that you can be better. Then maybe, just maybe, we can find a way to co-parent. I'll do whatever it takes, he promises. I'll earn back your trust, even if it takes the rest of my life. Samantha nods, turning to leave. I'll be watching. The new legacy. At Hayes Wayne Innovations boardroom 1 year later. The company name has changed, a merger of two empires, built on integrity and innovation. Samantha sits at the head of the table, Colton beside her as COO. The board is diverse, filled with people who share their vision of using business to make the world better. Our sustainability platform has already helped 50,000 small businesses reduce their carbon footprint, Colton reports, his voice filled with pride. And the scholarship program for single parents has just accepted its first class of students. The meeting ends, and they walk to the rooftop garden where the twins are playing with Claire's children. Gabriel runs to Colton, holding up a drawing. Look, Daddy, I drew us all, you, Mommy, me, and Gabby. Colton kneels down, his eyes filled with tears as he looks at the drawing. A happy family holding hands under a rainbow. It's perfect, buddy. Absolutely perfect. Gabriella runs to Samantha, handing her a flower she'd picked. Mommy, you're the best boss in the whole world. Samantha laughs, picking her up. I'm not just a boss, I'm your mommy. And that's the most important job of all. At the rooftop garden, sunset. The family stands together as the sun sets over the city, painting the sky in shades of gold and pink. The twins run ahead, chasing butterflies, while Colton puts his arm around Samantha, not as a claim, but as a gesture of respect and hope. I know I have a long way to go, he says quietly, But thank you for giving me a chance to be the man you always knew I could be. You did that yourself, she replies, leaning into him slightly. I just gave you the space to see the truth. What about us? He asks carefully. Is there any chance? We have our children, she says softly. We have our work, and maybe one day we'll find our way back to each other. But for now, this is enough. He nods, pulling her closer as they watch the twins play. Yes, for now, this is more than enough. The family on the rooftop, the city stretching out below them, a symbol of new beginnings, second chances, and a legacy built not on power or wealth, but on love, honesty, and redemption. The greatest legacy we can leave is not what we own, but who we become and how we love those around us.